Hey guys, First Regardsman here, and I'll be talking about a Black Templar Chapter Banner support build for Space Marine 2 Patch 12. Now, the main idea of this build is using our banner to buff our teammates as long as possible, with things like Glory Shield, Inspiration, and also give them an easier time with their CHP recovery with a perk like Advanced Conditioning. Now, the weapon I've chosen for this build is the newly buffed Balanced Power Sword, now in Patch 12. All of the balanced weapons got a base damage increase, and the Power Sword actually has two Relic tier balance options, and of the two, one of them is slower speed with a higher base damage, and the other one is a faster weapon overall with like slightly lower strength. Now, I do pick the faster one mainly because it just feels way better to use in my opinion. I think the speed helps out a lot, and the base damage loss is really not that substantial at all, but if you want to take this one, you definitely could, or you can even take the block or the fencing. It is up to you. Now, for the perk tree here, I do take Armored Strength first, moving here into the perk Master of Offense. After switching sword combat style, you deal 20% more melee damage for 5 seconds. The cooldown is 10 seconds. Now on the power sword, you can swap your sword combat style mid-dodge, and that will usually put you immediately into a lunging attack, which gives you an opportunity for a power rake. And power rake is the heaviest hitting attack on the power sword anyways, and having a 20% buff for that is pretty nice. Next perk here is Perpetual Strength and Perpetual Strength for a 10% melee damage increase, and then I pick up the perk Tranquility and Melee Onslaught. This weapon deals 10% more melee damage. Moving here into the perk Hard Target, while performing a light combo, you take 15% less range damage. Now, this is where our speed of 7 plus actually comes to effect quite a bit. Having this extra speed really does help out with this range damage reduction and being able to actually pull this off while simultaneously doing damage. And the next perk here is Cutting Edge. Power Rake deals 50% more melee damage. If you're playing a power sword, you just take this perk. The one up here, Reeling Blow, is not only a worse effect, but also has a cooldown, and a 50% damage buff to your heaviest hitting attack is incredible. I do hope they rework the perk trees a little bit in this game, because like I don't think choices should be this obvious, but this one really is just that good. Next perk here is Extremis Slayer, up here into the perk Majora Slayer, and finally Terminus Slayer for like a catch-all against the enemies you want to kill the most. And the final perk is up to you with Speed Restoration or Power Restoration for double contested health recovery in the respective stance. That's pretty much all there is for the power sword here. Now for the secondary weapon, you have quite a few choices. You could take the Relic tier heavy bolt pistol and the ammo reserve option like I did. I mainly take this because I simply hate fighting Zoanthropes all on my own with like a plasma pistol. This one just makes that way easier. The ammo economy is far better. It's also just way better for headshot damage because this one can't do that at all. Now, for the perk tree here, I do take Divine Might first, moving here into the perk Perpetual Penetration. Then I grab the perk Increased Capacity, Extended Magazine, and then I go into Death Strike. After killing a Majora's level or higher enemy in melee combat, you will deal 25% more damage for 10 seconds. Now, this will trigger off of a melee finisher on just a melee kill, so keep that in mind. And it's one of the best damaging perks on this entire thing anyways, which is kind of like the whole reason I go into the bottom tree in the first place. And this perk really is worth that much to me. Next perk here is Great Might, up here into the perk Discipline. When you have low ammo, you deal 25% more damage. This is just a free damage buff for using your gun, which happens all the time. This will actually trigger quite often, and when it does, it is very noticeable, so a really good perk here. Next perk here is Strong Finish, going to Headhunter, Gunstrike Reload, and of course, Tactical Precision, because headshots dealing 20% more damage and losing headshot damage really is just all upside on this gun, because headshots are pretty much all you go for on like a heavy bolt pistol in the first place. And for the plasma pistol, if you want to take this, I would take the rate of fire variant because charge speed is everything. And for the perk tree, I would just set up this way. But that is up to you, and that's pretty much all there is for the secondary. Now for the Bulwark perk tree here, we do take Intimidating Aura first. A perfect time parry deals AoE damage within a 5-meter radius. The cooldown is 5 seconds. This is one of the best perks in the entire game. It simply allows you to one combo parry Gunstrike any Majoras in Space Marine 2. It is really just that powerful. The AoE damage here is tremendous. It is one of the best perks for damage and really just defense in the game period. So pretty much always pick this up for like a top tier build, though Conviction and even Forward Momentum are not bad. Next perk here is Scramble Targeting. If you're surrounded by 5 or more enemies, you take 25% less damage from range attacks. This is just a free range damage reduction here, though I will say if you want to take Armor of Contempt, you will get more benefit out of this if you are brand new to the game, because a lot of players just like to hold their block for a while, and this will give you free damage on that, but Scramble Targeting is definitely better. Next perk here is Steel Within. When your health is less than 50%, you take 30% less health damage. A 30% health damage reduction while stacked with your base HP increase of 30% here is tremendous. I think Steel Within really is just that valuable in this game, not having at least one source of damage reduction on this class really is noticeable, and this makes you way tankier. Though I will say, if you want to take armor reinforcement, you can also take this, because all armor in Space Marine 2 will reduce all incoming melee damage to 0, even from bosses, as long as there's any remaining. So this is still a really good option for survivability, though Steel Within will help you with like stun locks and stuff like that. Next perk here is Advanced Conditioning. Contested health fades 50% more slowly for all team members. This just helps out newer players a lot, I think. I think the biggest thing that newer players in Space Marine 2 tend to struggle with is managing CHP in this game, so having this will definitely help them out a lot. And we are a support build, so kind of a no-brainer here. The Focus Restoration is also very strong, because a 30-second drip feed of armor to your entire team will also help them out a ton. Next perk here is Purity of Purpose. The banner deals damage over time to enemies with area of effect. This perk is just free damage, and it's actually really powerful on top of Glory Shield, because you have a 20% longer lasting banner on top of this. You will wipe out Minoris, you will deal tremendous damage to Majoris, Extremis, and even bosses. It really is one of the most undervalued perks in Space Marine 2 in my opinion. I pretty much always pick it up. Next perk here is Glory Shield. All team members in the banner's area of effect take 20% less damage, and the banner lasts 20% longer. I love this perk. This perk is just way more fun to play with on the Bulwark than, say, Inferi Icon for me, because in my opinion, more banners is more fun, and this one gives you not only more banners because your cooldown is not being like increased like this perk would do, but you also just have a longer lasting banner, which makes it more value per banner anyways. So really fun perk combo, and definitely my preferred. The next perk here is Inspiration. All team members in the banner's area of effect deal 20% more damage. This perk is just a nice little free damage increase for your entire team. I do like this one quite a bit with Glory Shield. I will say, if you want to have like a better revive option, you could take Rejuvenating Effect, but that is up to you. The final perk I take is Armor Advance. If you have armor remaining, you don't lose control from heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back. This is just the only form of no knockback on this build, and since we're not taking the perk here, we take this one instead. But if you want to take Defensive Mastery and like this perk, you could. All you have to do is like Shield Bash the Air to enable no knockback on this option, but that is up to you. I'm just building it this way today, and that's pretty much all there is for the perk tree here. Now for the prestige perks here, I take Resilience first. Medicae Stims restore 40% more HP. This just helps out the pickup economy of your stims quite a bit, and we also don't have the healing perk on this build, so having more HP from our stims does help us out a lot. Next perk here is pretty much mandatory in my opinion, Overcharge. Held and charge attack damage increases by 20%. This is one of the best melee perks in the entire game. It is a 20% multiplicative melee damage increase for like the heaviest hitting attacks in Space Marine 2, so pretty much always pick this up. And the next perk here is Powerful Shot for range damage increase of 20%. Into the perk Masterful Defense, ability charge restored by 1% for every blocked range attack. This is just one of the best CDR perks in Space Marine 2 as well. If you are fighting Chaos, all you have to do is just hold your shield up against a Soul Reaper Cannon Terminator, and you will get like 100% of your banner back from the volley. Really powerful. Also very good against Devourers on Tyranids, so pretty much always pick this up if you're using a build with a shield and not a Thunderhammer. And that is pretty much all there is for this build, guys. I think that chapter banner support builds are like the most entertaining reason to play Bulwark in the first place, and the Power Sword is also still a very cool weapon, even though it's like a little bit behind other options. But hopefully this build guide helped you, and if you like content like this, subscribe for more. And as always, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye. Yeah, this Black Templar voice does not sound like the one I would expect from a Black Templar, the champion skin in the game. That sounds very gaudy. It sounds like a... You know what? I would rather have an Imperial Guard from Skyrim. I'd rather have him sound like Captain Tullius in this. FTG, do you think Space Marine 3 will continue to follow Titus or someone else from a different chapter? I mean, there's a 0% chance that it's not Titus. They didn't make a gigantic animated cinematic just for Titus. For one miniature. 500 roles going to play a part in like the upcoming game. Like Sergeant Matoris, Gadriel, Titus, they're all likely to be the main characters in the next one. There's no way they're not incorporating Titus. Absolutely no way. I mean, he's in the teaser. Right. Just want to come down. I ain't going up. Oh, it came down. Banjos would be there too, since Titus went with the chaplain. That's also true. Chiron is dead. They killed Chiron. Have the monthly exclusive armor pieces ever been re-released? Not really. They've only done the old Twitch drops that they did back in like the secret level drop, the Iron Halo, the Ultramarine Iron Halo, and the Sergeant Matora's breastplate, which are now in the Redemption store. The accolades. Can't get over they killed your boy Chiron? Yeah, it's pretty bullshit, isn't it?
Come on. We are inside the Astra Militarum camp. Talassa, you need to acquire the Astra Militarum demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source one from any soldier you see, alive or otherwise.
Yo, Blood Raven's making an appearance just in the first game. I think we will see another chapter, because Saber did say... They put out a big poll once of, like, what chapter would you guys have to see in the next game? So, I imagine we're guaranteed going to see a different chapter. On top of Ultramarines. I would love to see, like, a non-codex compliant chapter. Give us, like, Space Wolves or something. Something, like, totally different from Ultramarines. I mean, you could do... Blood Angels as well if they wanted to, I guess. But like, don't have it be like Ultramarines and Imperial Fist. Like, oh look, it's Codex boys, and the only guys in competition for who can be the bigger Codex simp. Wait, how did Chiron die? He was fine when I finished the campaign yesterday. I got news for you, pal. Come close. Come close. He died in a gene stealer cult incident where he had to like lock himself in a room with a bunch of guys. He and Captain Akaran both died. Very tragic, very tragic. But silver lining. Sergeant Matoris is going to be the next game probably.
Not what we are looking for.
Aha, I'm not trapped in here with you.
Much obliged.
See, for the Dark Angels are very Codex compliant. Yeah, I was more so thinking Imperial Fist. Like, I would not want Imperial Fist to team up with Ultramarines for a Space Marine game. It's like, not they're generic, it's just they're too similar to each other.
This looks promising. We have located
Sounds like my guy has read Watchmen. I've read a lot of comics, okay? Watchmen may be among them.
With bolt and flame shall we smite them.
Or sort of stem, okay. I'd love to hear the enemy shout, "Blood for the Blood God." Okay, heretic. Slightly heretical, brother. You're biased, you want more Raven Guard? I mean, I love Raven Guard.
Never hesitate in fulfilling his will.
I do love me some Raven Guard.
Let us march unhindered. Swapping magazine. All this unprocessed Promethean shall make a pattern that will be seen from the stars. The ladder is ready to fly. The Xenos infestation is stemmed for now. Reloading.
Alright, boss, maybe. Oh, there it is.
Winter hunts us. They, alien stealth. The nearer threat revealed itself. Xenos lurker stamped out.
A lot of warriors.
Another alien falls to the Imperium's keen blade. They sense their strong, only to see them falter. That pitiful Xenos was but an abhorrent blight.
Oh, the exact opposite of what wanted to happen there.
I am ready to unfurl the banner. Even their champions stand a chance. Blessed be this magazine.
Ow. Boss is like the ultimate fun police, I swear to God. Voice oh, my brother's gene seed. Who died?
It's written on genetic code. Stamina underfoot.
I take this over the range spam. Like literally the only reason I take the heavy bolt pistol over the plasma for shit like this. All my homies hate the plasma pistol. It's really good. It's just very annoying to fight a Neurothrop or Zone Throw with it. But range spam is so fun. Yeah, it's so fun. It's so insanely fun.
Talassa, the Cadians are running out of time. How close are you to the Promethean facility? Entering the refinery, Command. You are making good time. We are going to need it.
What sword is this? This is the power sword. Balance variant. It's the bottom right balance variant. It's not like the strongest one. Or I should say it's not the strongest one in terms of damage. It's the speed one.
Use the codes to prime the bomb and finish its deployment into the crypt Promethean well. Cautiously.
Thing.
If you know what is good for you. Strike down the alien witch. The enemy summons support. Our glorious banner strengthens up reinforcement. Another alien falls to the Imperium's team blade. They are calling for raid. Punish their weakness. Their numbers are meaningless to us. The abominable is destroyed. Fire! It must. We stand in victory against this foul tyranny. Built a charge prime. Deploying now. Ranks of activation have been observed.
Is the block meta gone? I haven't played it in a couple months. It's not gone. It's just balance is very strong right now.
Crank sequencing initialized. Delivering payload.
Oh, I guess I could use one. 2 restorative stims, dude? That's like actually kind of gross. Oh, that's just a full HP. That's even the best use of it.
X-axis aligned by the Omnissiah's will. This is a precise operation. We will have it all out.
Geez, we playing Space Marine the sequel. Damn, you're not playing the Space Marine. We're playing the Space Marine first sequel game to the first one. Here for the Prime. Boom. Oh, you're about to get World. World is actually pretty good. What difficulty is this? This is absolute. Advance to the training room. Okay. I can do that. Block is balanced but easier. Now block has more stuff. Well, these days. Okay. That was like the most unfortunate. It's always so satisfying when you dominate the hardest difficulty so easily. People assume you have to be on a lower difficulty. That's also because some of them are the shortest commons, so they can't see the HP bars or anything. It's cropped. Damn, Bulwark is that powerful. I'm still messing around tacticals in the Pyro Gun, whatever it's called. I mean, every class can do absolute solo. I don't think absolute solo is that hard. But then again, I don't know anybody that thinks that absolute solo is not that hard that hasn't had like hundreds and hundreds of hours on the game. So. The Xenophage phase actually hit from up there. Down there. Quite easy.
That pitiful Xenos was but an abhorrent blight. Replacing holy orders.
The inspiration perk will buff up my range damage on my banner too. Super nice. I feel like that.
The Miracle joins the rest in slaying it. Another alien falls to the
Is that an Imperial Fist Templar Bulwark? It's really more like a Sigismund build. I mean, it's supposed to be a support build. I'm not sure exactly. I mean, I know we're by ourselves, so we're supporting one guy, but
We have arrived at Nozick's facility. Run distraction efforts as long as you can.
so I got melee variants for these. This is the heavy bolt pistol ammo reserve option, and also the bottom right relic tier balance sword. So it's the fast one, not the super damaging one.
This sector is cleansed of Tyranid presence. The banner is ready to fly. Take heart. The flame was sacrificed better than any war.
Can someone explain to me what the issue is with the new voice lines? They seem fine to me. What's exactly the issue people have with them? It's just that they were expensive. They were not worth $5, and they also don't even excuse me. They don't even encapsulate all of the voice lines in the game. And then Saber's response was not particularly good to it either. They're definitely overpriced.
Keep your heads and get it done. Enemies have split from the main force. Prepare to intercept.
Yeah, and the mission voice lines by default lines.
Protected path. Continue holding. The Xenos infestation is dead.
FG, my man, I have a question. I'm not getting any gun strikes in the tech ring, or very, very little. Using the heroic Omniscient Axe, just curious if you run into this at all. Well, only some attacks in a parry chain will give you a gun strike. I have to actually see your gameplay to know like if it's a bug or not. But not every single attack in a parry chain will give you a gun strike unless you're using the new Argent Edge heroic combat knife. That gun just peaked.
Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up.
Top 3 best classes for the newest update. Probably Bulwark, Assault, and Tac. In that order. Overall. It depends on what content you're doing as well, and like what your graduate modifiers are. But overall, it's them. Alright, gentlemen, I'm out of here. GG's FTG. Take it easy, Inquisitor. Thank you for stopping by. And moderating as you often have for many moons.
The squad is almost fully committed. Be ready for my mark.
Okay. Round a corner and get laser beamed.
You are clear to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards. Understood, command. Readying the charge.
Hey, we did it.
Orders positive. Our operation was a success. Lieutenant and biocides now 90% unfallen. Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent work. Move to extract. Thunderhawk arriving at evac point. Ramp down and
What was the heavy rank after the update? Probably like rank 4.
at the extraction point.
Probably. He's fallen off a little bit just because of how strong the other classes got. He hasn't had like a really big update for many, many months.
Returning to orbit. Commendable work, brothers. You honor your chapter. Be ready for rearm, refit, and redeployment immediately.
I think it felt like 1,000 kills on that one too.